You guys are probably wondering what I am for Halloween. I'm Frosty the Snowman. Personally, I have Drew Lock as a bust, but he has a lot of upside. And I feel like he has a lot more upside than someone like Josh Allen did. Josh Allen, I feel like when I called him a bust, he's actually going to be a bust. I don't see, besides the fact that he can throw like 80 yards, I don't see much upside in him. But Drew Lock has lots of upside. Last year, he threw for about 4,000 yards, 44 touchdowns, and 13 picks last year, which is about 300 yards a game, 3.5 touchdowns a game, and a pick a game, which that's quite a bit of picks, but for how many touchdowns he threw, kind of makes up for it. This year he's only threw 19 touchdowns and 6 picks through 8 games, which isn't too great. It's about 2 touchdowns a game, which is okay, and about around a pick a game, but he's got his completion percentage up to 60% when he had about 54% last year. He throws a really nice ball and has lots of arm strength, and he throws a nice ball, gets rid of it quickly. He's big and athletic. I see a lot of Josh Rosen in him, even though that's not who I compared to him. If you were to look at somebody from last year and you had to compare someone from last year, it would easily be a Josh Rosen. And he also predetermines a lot of throws, and that leads to a lot of picks, and he has mediocre field vision and has a pretty bad deep ball, but throws a nice ball from medium and short range. He had a pretty bad completion percentage last year, so most were drops, but it's still not great. He's 6'4" tall, which is a good height for a quarterback. He is 225 pounds, hard to bring down. And he's going to be 22 on November 10th, which is also on November 10th, that's his birthday. And it really depends who he goes to if he's going to be a bust. If he gets someone like Andy Reid like Mahomes did, then he's going to be great. But if he goes to maybe a Redskins or a Dolphins, which looks like where he's going to go, I don't think a Jay Gruden or Adam Gase is a good enough of a coach to help him as a player. But I can't wait to see him play Georgia, and I want to see how he reacts to that defense this year. He's probably going to get shred up as you look at these Alabama highlights. He's going to get completely demolished by that team. But my player comp for him, I actually have a good one for him. My comparison is Patrick Mahomes physically and skill-wise when he was coming out of Texas Tech. I don't see Patrick Mahomes right now being him, but I see him right when he was coming out of Texas Tech. They have great arm talent. They move well. And I see Locke having the great arm talent. I see him moving well, and I see him throwing a nice ball. But that's pretty much where I see them, where he goes wrong compared to him, is he isn't as athletic and doesn't have as much arm talent to thread the needle. And also he needs to cut down on mistakes from being over-aggressive. Patrick Mahomes had these problems too. So I feel like if he goes to a coach like an Andy Reid, a Sean McVay, Matt Nagy, he'll do great. And he'll also have to sit a year around someone like an Alex Smith, like Mahomes did, to like really get used to the NFL and get used to the offense. He has lots of skills, like he gets rid of the ball quickly. He's big at 6'4", throws a nice ball in short to mid-range. He has a strong arm, and he's very agile, but he also has lots of downside, where he's very over-aggressive and makes dumb throws. He has a bad completion percentage, but there was a lot of drops. There was drops, but he still should have a higher completion percentage. He throws a spotty deep ball. It's not great, and he predetermines throws where he doesn't have great field vision, and he's not great at reading defense. He can do it, but he's not great at doing it. He's okay at doing it. It's nothing to write home. It's more on the negative side than it is on the positive side. And he hasn't been doing too well of recent. I feel like he can turn that around, and I see him as a bust if he goes to the teams that he's projected to go to. If a team like the Patriots or a team like I don't know who would a good coach team that would take him. But yeah, a team like the Patriots, if they trade up to get him to be the successor to Brady, he'll be great. If a team like the Chiefs, they won't need him, but a team like them, get him with a really good coach. He needs a good coach to succeed at the next level. So maybe the Packers might take him and Mike McCarthy could be there, but I see him being a bust depending on where he goes. But that's where I'm going to end the video, and see you guys later, and peace.